Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Only Trade to Win. Today we have a really special show because one of the stocks I wanted to add to our 2024 watch list, Apple, got downgraded not once but twice this past week. And if we take a look at our 2023 watch list, this is the very end of the year, and we notice that Apple, even though it finished up an impressive 48.5% relatively to the 6 other stocks on our watch list, was up the least amount for the year. And when we got to December, we could see that the all-time high was set on December the 14th, 10 days before Christmas, and then the stock drifted off just a little bit before the end of the year. Now, if we go back all the way down to the left side and look at the beginning of last year, when number 1 is, to number 2, it represents a move of about 50%. Here is the very end of the year for Apple. First, we look at the beginning of the move in November, where you can see black number 1. The earnings came out on November 2nd, yet we noticed that the stock started running 3 days before. And number 2, purple with the dotted line, represents its previous all-time high. And the price had no issues getting up here and actually breaking above and trading above until we got to this little area. Now, the interesting thing was that I said that since the stock is so strong up here and it just pulled in just a little bit here, that the best that we could get would be a pullback to this level that you can see that is marked number 4. And that is actually where we are right now. We are at number 4 asking questions. So our assumption was that the buyers were really interested in buying the stock right here at this price. They were able to push it up all the way into all-time highs. And then our working assumption was that a strong stock should not come in and break this level. In reality, what happened was that we got our downgrades and the stock did trade quite far below that level. Getting it anywhere below 190 would be a good deal. Well, now it is trading below 190. But is it a good deal or not? And to answer that question, we're going to go and look at the last report of quarterly earnings. Apple reported quarterly earnings of $1.44 per share. That is up 13 cents over a year ago. And here we can see earnings from a year ago was $1.29 per share. We take the current earnings, we divide them by last year's earnings, and we get an increase of 13%. Now, while the earnings increased 13%, during the same time, the price for Apple stock went up over 50%. And here is the very interesting part of the statement looking forward. Today, Apple is pleased to report the September quarter revenue record for iPhone and an all-time revenue record in services. Tim Cook, Apple CEO. We now have our strongest lineup of products ever heading into the holiday season. Active installed base of devices has again reached a new all-time high across all products and all geographic segments, thanks to the strength of our ecosystem and an unparalleled customer loyalty. Now, the next time Apple will release its earnings will be on February the 1st, a little over a month from now. We just read that Apple's management feels that the company was positioned best it has ever been positioned for the Christmas 2023 holiday season. And if we look at the price from the last earnings, which came out November 2nd, to the end of the year, the stock was up almost 20% in just 2 months. And based on all these factors put together, for me, this number 4 spot is definitely a yes. And yesterday I had bids in and we got filled at $182.99. So $183 is the starting price for Apple for 2024 Only Trade to Win watch list. And one thing that always helps, it is of course to zoom out and take a look and see. We can see that in the past 10 years, Apple is up more than 900%, and it really did not have that many pullbacks. So with all that in mind, we probably add Apple to our 2024 watch list, and I hope you will join us in updating our 2024 indexes list and our stock list so they have a lot more information than we have right now. But this is what we started with last year, and this is what we're starting with this year. I hope that you stay with the channel, and I know that you will learn a lot. So please subscribe, navigate with care, and I will see you next time.